Picture this, a remote fort on the edge of the wilderness, surrounded by thousands of enemy troops, cannons roaring, and desperate pleas for help. Inside, a courageous garrison holds on, facing relentless bombardment and dwindling supplies. Outside, a formidable French force and their Native American allies prepare to strike. What followed was a story of heroism, betrayal, and a tragic massacre that shocked the world. Stay tuned as we delve into the true story of Fort William Henry. Fort William Henry, located at the southern end of Lake George in New York, was a British fort constructed in 1755. Its strategic location made it a crucial point of defense for the British against the advancing French forces and their Native American allies. By August 1757, the French, under the command of Major General Louis-Joseph de Montcalm, decided it was time to strike. Montcalm gathered a force of around 8,000 men, including regular French troops, Canadian militia, and numerous Native American warriors. They set their sights on the British-held Fort William Henry, which was defended by Lieutenant Colonel George Monro and his 2,300 men. On August 3rd, Montcalm's forces surrounded the fort. The French began their siege with a bombardment, and it quickly became clear that the British were outmatched. Despite this, Monro and his men held out, hoping for reinforcements from General Daniel Webb, stationed at nearby Fort Edward. However, General Webb, deeming the situation hopeless, decided against sending significant reinforcements. Instead, he sent a letter to Monro, suggesting he negotiate terms of surrender with Montcalm. On August 9th, after 6 days of relentless bombardment and realizing no help was coming, Monro reluctantly agreed to surrender. Montcalm promised the British safe passage to Fort Edward under honorable terms. The British were to leave behind their artillery and supplies, but could keep their personal weapons. But the aftermath of the surrender took a dark turn. As the British and their colonial allies began their march to Fort Edward on August 10th, some of Montcalm's Native American allies, frustrated by the lack of spoils, attacked the retreating column. The exact number of casualties remains unclear, but estimates suggest that between 70 to 180 British soldiers and civilians were killed in what became known as the Fort William Henry Massacre. Montcalm and his officers tried to intervene, but the chaos was overwhelming. This tragic event fueled anti-French sentiment among the British and their American colonists, and was immortalized in James Fenimore Cooper's novel, The Last of the Mohicans, albeit with some artistic liberties. The siege and its brutal aftermath had far-reaching consequences. It intensified the French and Indian War and hardened British resolve. The fort itself was never rebuilt, but its story remains a poignant reminder of the complexities and brutal realities of colonial warfare. Today, the site of Fort William Henry is a popular historical tourist attraction, with a reconstructed fort and museum that tell the tale of this dramatic siege. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and let us know in the comments what other historical events you'd like us to cover. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated on our latest videos. Until next time, keep exploring the past to understand the present.